Hi everyone, Bricknut here. It's been way too long since I put a video up on this channel, so for that I must apologise to you all. Not counting the one I put up about a month ago asking for your advice and opinions on what I should do to try and make things easy for me in this lounge. A number of reasons for that. One, because of how everything was set out in this lounge, I was feeling really unmotivated to build anything. I haven't even built a mock this year. All I've done is bought a handful of sets and built those, a handful of City sets and Speed Champions sets. I just felt so unmotivated because I couldn't access all my containers, tubs and drawers and things to build anything. I was constantly having to move tubs all the time, every time I needed something, so it put me off in the end building anything until I've come up with an idea on how to sort it, which I still haven't. Plus health, I've had a lot of down days where I just haven't mentally felt able to pick up the camera and do anything, because I haven't really put much up on my other channel, Life of an Englishman channel. I haven't done a lot on there either this year. Just a few vlogs really. Or I've had moments where I've felt ill. I've had moments where times where I've just felt sick and couldn't pick the camera up, or I was getting distracted with other things because my mum and stepdad have just recently moved. In fact, they moved just over 2 weeks ago. So over the last couple of months I've been helping them prepare for that and helping them with the move. I'm still helping. There's still lots to do at the new place. I still want to move from this place. I think that's my only viable option. Not just because I want somewhere with like an attic space and a garden so I've got more room, but because of my mum's health, and she is technically my carer, because those that may not know, I do have autism. I was diagnosed about 6 years ago with Asperger's syndrome. Well, they always call it autism now, don't they? ASD, is it autistic or autism spectrum disorder, something like that. Anyway, with her own health, she struggles with stairs because she's got arthritis in her lower back, which is also affecting her hips now, and she's got bad knees, so she can't really handle the stairs. That's why she moved from her house just down the road from me, just down the road here, because that's a 3-bedroomed house, and she was just struggling so much with the stairs, and she wanted something a bit smaller and a bit easier to manage for cleaning and all that. She's a very clean person. She doesn't like dirt, she doesn't like filth. She was struggling to keep that house clean and maintained, so that's the main reason for their move, and I think that's the main reason why I want to move, because I'd like, people to visit. I'd like visitors. Don't get many visitors here. So yeah, I'm going to start the ball rolling for that soon. I wasn't going to because my mum had so much issues getting hers sorted, but I thought if I start the ball rolling, at least it's rolling. Anyway, let's move on to something more positive, shall we? Like what I've been up to for the past couple of weeks, apart from helping my mum move. Well, I've been rearranging my display here on my shelves and whatnot because my stepdad has very kindly given me 2 very nice display cabinets, which has completely thrown a spanner in the works in what I originally wanted to do in this lounge, which was to put a desk at that end of the lounge. That desk is now going to go here. I'll get to that in a bit. But first, I just want to show you what I've been doing with my displays, with the shelves, and I want to show you these cabinets as well. So I'm just going to pick you up and just turn you around. There we go. I should have used the other tripod for this because it's lighter, but never mind. So here's one of the cabinets my stepdad gave me. This one's got 7 shelves in it. Now the other one is absolutely identical, apart from it is missing a couple of shelves at the bottom, and on this one the top and the shelves are actually grey, so is the base, but you can't really see that. Well, you might be able to see it in there. Other than that, the other one is virtually identical, but this one my stepdad had already installed some LED lighting, because he was going to display some of his O-gauge railway stuff in it, but no room to put them in the bungalow, unfortunately, so he asked if I wanted them. So I've got this one sorted out. I've got a bit of space for something in the bottom there. I've got a lot of my vintage vehicles all displayed in here. The lights are on. I don't know if you can actually tell, because it's a bit of sunlight coming in here, which might be overpowering it. So that pretty much cleared a shelf behind me. Now I want to do the same here. Get some of my might spit my words out. Some more of my vintage sets into this one, but first I want to install LED lights, which I've ordered from Amazon today, and according to Amazon they should arrive tomorrow, which would be the 12th of August. Today is the 11th, and they're exactly the same ones that my stepdad used on that. So I've got a bit of soldering to do, but it's not really hard work, it's just very repetitive. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strips to put in there. So I've ordered 2 5-metre kits, because I think I'd need about 1 metre strip in each of those. So in theory I should have enough for 2 strips left over for spare. So yeah, hopefully I can get that sorted tomorrow, unless of course I'm needed over at Mum's and I'll have to wait. But I figured it was best to just wait to put vehicles and whatnot in there and do the lights first, because I didn't really want to fill all that up, just to empty it all to do the lights and then put everything back in. That was, just sounded silly to me. So lights first, then I can put some more models in. Haven't really decided on what. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. I am partially tempted to put my Speed Champ sets in there. I'll see what room I've got, because I really haven't got that many vintage vehicles and stuff left. I've pretty much got what's there. Some odd modern stuff in there as well. Yeah, probably a couple of shelves worth, maybe. I've actually got a set that seems to have disappeared off the face of the planet as well. So I've actually moved my Technic. I think that looks better. I'm just going to adjust this digger bucket to see if I can get it closer to the backhoe. That's my other hobby, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. I collect these funky Roadworks lamps. I decided to have a change up there as well. Yeah, this shelf I think I'm pretty much done with. I've got those sets all lined up. And one of the few models that survived from my city, my gas station. I was actually going to take that apart when I was sorting these shelves out, and I took it off the shelf and I was looking at it and I thought, I can't, I really like this gas station. I'm going to keep it, so it still survives. I've dusted everything as well. I need to dust much more often, because these are actually getting dirty as well. Some of these are going to need a wash. But yeah, I've got a police set gone, walkabout. It's the Harbour Patrol one with the boat and dock. I can't remember where I put it. I took it down from the shelves behind me so I could sort this shelf out, but I can't remember where I put it. There, right in front of me. I think I need to go to Specsavers. Where's the boat for that then? It's not that one. So the big boat is actually missing as well. Might be in one of these big tubs somewhere. It might have got stuck in there. Or, no, actually I know where it might be. I've got boxes of models in the bedroom, haven't I? So it could be in there. I don't need it right this minute though. So I actually think this looks quite nice. You know, I've got all these vintage police stations. Not in any particular order, I just lined them up. Same with the fire stations, and then for some reason I decided to stick the medical centre in the middle of the fire stations. Don't know why. So I've got space up there. I was going to take down this Prison Island set thing, but I'm actually going to modify that. But do something else with it. It's not going to be a prison. I just sat looking at it and I thought, you know, why don't I just customise this a bit? Right. I'm hoping... I don't know if I'm actually going to put them up there. But I was going to put my Mustang and Aston Martin up there, but they're not Technic, so I might throw that shelf out. But I am thinking of moving those. Or I might leave those sets there. But I may end up moving these into here as well. I think I will. I think I'll fill up the top shelves with these, and then whatever's left of my vintage sets, I'll get whatever I can in from those. As well, as you can see, I haven't got much left on the shelves. I'll only take up a couple of shelves, I think. I could probably get quite a few of these lined up on one. I'd say about 3. Might take up 4 shelves. Or I could just put the vintage sets on there as well. Perhaps put the Mustang in here. And the Aston Martin in here, maybe. I don't know, I'll have to think about it and sort that out once I've got this done. I can't do anything until that is done anyway. So, yeah, that's where I am, basically, with that. Now, for this area, excuse the mess, because I am still messing about with things, I'm going to take this down, this bench thing out, and I'm going to put a wider one in, because you can see it's not very wide, and there's a gap. I don't want the gap here either. I mean, I could just put a piece of wood across there just to stop anything falling down the back, but what I want to do is actually make it about this much wider-ish. I could probably go to about here actually, because this is where my chair sits in this space, so I've got quite a gap to play with. Then I can do some custom storage built underneath it. Probably will keep it about this length, so I've got some room to store some tools and things on, because it is going to be a multi-purpose desk. It's not just going to be for Lego. You know, I do soldering, which is required with the model railway and stuff. I do like to build little electronic kits as well, so there's also the die casts that I restore. I'll need a space for that. So these windows I'm boarding up, so don't mind the broken glass. I started taking those out the fun way and then realised I didn't have to, because I could have just screwed the board straight on here. So I realised that afterwards. Never mind. Could have avoided making a heck of a mess, but oh well, it's done now. Yeah, I'll just give me a bit more sort of wall space. Besides, my landlord, every time one of their flats become vacant, they send in their contractors that board up these anyway for some reason. I don't know if it's done for fire safety these days or what the reason is, but they've been boarding them up. So I just figured, you know, I might as well just get ahead of them and do that myself. It would have to be done before I moved anyway, so yeah. Got some nice work lights up there as well. I'm actually using a different camera, which you may not notice, I'm not sure. It is a high-def camera. It is still a Sony Handycam, just like my other one. Obviously it's a different model. My old one, which is over here, which still works somehow. I mean, look at all of that, look. It's all cracked under there where it's been dropped, and got that USB cable taped up. but it all still works fine, believe it or not. Yeah, this one has got the built-in projector right there. This one doesn't have it. This one actually has touchscreen as well, which I really like on this. This one doesn't have touchscreen. But other than that, they're both... This one I've had about 4 years, and this is still a good working camera. It still records fine. But I thought I would actually give this one a go, because I bought this 2-3 months ago and I haven't used it yet. Still been using that thing. So I hope this is doing okay. You know, one day if I can get enough subscribers, I know I'm going to have to provide content to get subscribers. I really need to get my brain into gear to think of content to make, really, don't I? Because I don't want to kill this channel altogether. You can probably hear the seagulls in the background. I'm about 6 miles away from the coast, and we get seagulls on a regular basis around here. Anyway, I got sidetracked there by a seagull. Yeah, I do want to, you know, keep this channel going. I've really missed making videos for this channel. I don't really want to do reviews. A couple of reasons. One, I don't feel my reviews are actually that good. And two, there are plenty of YouTubers out there that do extremely good in-depth reviews on just about any Lego set you can think of. Jang Bricks is one I can think of. Yeah, I don't see the point in doing them at the moment. I will, if anybody wants me to do the reviews, I will do some, but they probably won't be that often. If I do decide to do them, they won't be frequent. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention with this camera, I've got a power supply. Why I didn't think of buying one of these for my other camera, I don't know, because this fits that camera as well. So for 4 years I've used that with its battery alone, just charging it up. When all the time I could have just used this. I'm actually using this on battery at the minute, obviously, because I've got the plug here in my hand. But yeah, bonus. It's not actually the reason I bought this. The reason I bought this is because that one's getting quite tatty and beat up, and I thought I'd rather buy a spare while I can and not wait for that one to just die completely. It's done well. It's done 4 years with me, and I bought it second hand at the time. And those cameras on eBay are still fetching more than £100, British pounds. So, I can't believe it actually, how expensive some of these cameras are. I mean, this one weren't that cheap, but not as expensive as what one of those with the projector would cost. Right, I'm going to end the video there then, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions, comments, leave them down in the comments section below, if you can, because apparently on my last video I was told by a subscriber that he couldn't leave comments. That was on the video what I uploaded asking for your opinions and advice on that end of the lounge, but after I got given these cabinets, that sort of voided all those plans, really, hasn't it? Never mind. I went to plan B. I was actually going to put the desk right in front of the window, but I just sat here thinking, well, why do I need to add a desk when I could just modify an existing area, save on space as well? Because if I had a desk up there, I'm going to be taking up more space unnecessarily, when I could just modify it. I'm sitting here most of the time anyway. You know, I could put radio on the computer, I could put a YouTube video on while I'm working, so yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm going to end the video now. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.